Hello and welcome back to the Coders Legacy channel. In this video, I'm going to teach you something very interesting and something very practical. When using the requests library in Python, which is your go-to library whenever you want to query a web page to post or get some content from it, we even use it with other libraries like Beautiful Soup for scraping, and the uses of this library are like limitless. Almost anything that involves the internet involves using the request library. So what exactly is this video about? I mentioned that this video is about changing user agents, right? But first, what exactly is a user agent? Well, this is best explained when I show you. So I'm just going to begin right away, and then we'll understand what user agents are as we proceed. The first thing that I'm going to do is requests.get. Then I'm going to try to connect to amazon.com. All right. And over here, I'm just going to store the return object. All right. Now, here's the thing. Will this request succeed or not? The get function basically is I'm trying to get that page, trying to query it and get the HTML content back. And if I do rec.status code, it's going to print out the status code. So let's see whether it works or not. And it's a 503. All right, so what does that mean? It means that the server basically rejected us. Anything with any 500 error basically means something was wrong with the server. But in this case, I know that this is not because the server is not working. It's because the server basically blocked us. That's why we got a 503. All right. What we should get is like a 200, which means that it's successful. So why did this happen? Well, this is because of the user agent. The user agent is one of the most obvious giveaways that you are a bot. Okay, now what exactly is a user agent? Let me open up Chrome over here, and let me just decrease the size. All right, so I'm gonna type in my user agent, and this prints out my user agent. All right, this is the user agent that I am currently using to query this web page, to query Google, and it's basically detected it and printed it out over here. Okay, and this is basically tells you, or it tells the website that you're visiting, who are you. It tells the website about your browser, about your operating system, and a few other details like that. And it basically uses this to identify that you are an actual human being accessing the website through an actual browser and not through some kind of library like requests. Now, let me show you what the user agent, and by the way, a user agent is always sent with every request. If I do headers over here, what we're going to see is the default headers. Where is it? And should be a field over here called, wait, no. These are the headers in the response object. Okay, request is what we sent and response is what we get back. I need to do request.request.headers, and this will give me the request headers. Let me just clear this and run it. All right, headers is basically sent along with each request. And there we go. This is our default user agent that the Python requests library is using. And what does this tell us? It tells us that when our request library sends a request to this URL, to Amazon's URL, then it basically identifies itself as a bot, as a Python library. And this is obviously a red flag, and it's going to ban you straight up. Okay, or not ban you, just block you. It won't let you through. So what we're going to do now is use this user agent of mine, or you can use any user agent, by the way. You can go online and get a whole list of them, pick up whatever you want to. Sometimes people even use Google's user agent. That's a separate story. But how do we do this? Well, we basically create this headers dictionary, and in here I'm going to save the user agent, all right, like this, and then pass this in. All right, I passed in this user agent of mine, and now I'm going to pass this into the headers. All right, headers is equal to this headers dictionary. Now I'm also going to print out the status code. All right, and let's see whether this works or not. There we go. See, 200 status code. Our code is now working, and this is the user agent that we sent. So basically, I just made a successful request by using a custom user agent to avoid the security placed by the Amazon website. Now, I will point out that this is not always going to be necessary because Amazon is just, they have their own security. They're pretty tough about that because obviously it's a massive website and they can't really deal with so many bots. So they need to put up some good security. Other websites, like if you try Wikipedia, for example, I'm almost 100% sure that this is going to work without the headers. But yeah, you're going to want to use user agents for websites like e-commerce websites and stuff like that because they're usually targets of scraping bots and such. I will also point out that this is not the only precaution you should take. There are other precautions, and I will make future videos on those. Just to tell you, basically, it's related to proxies, IPs, and then the duration in which you send out requests. If you're, maybe trying to query 100 pages or 1,000 pages, so it's related to that kind of stuff. So subscribe to the channel, stay updated for future content. All right, see you guys in a later video.